Sorry, I don't.
They've started. They have eager beavered and began. So let's catch up with them. Let's not simplify that UI. Let's let's keep it unsimplified but larger. Welcome to the first possible set. The first possible set of the tournament. Oh my gosh, I'm very excited. Well, I'm saying it's the first possible set. I actually think there is another set that started before this that we can cast as Rex immediately after. But the pick and ban phase has begun for our maps. We've got PlayingViking versus Lismo, Hamburger, Hideout, Amazon Tunnel, Haboob, and Socotra, all banned so far. And finally, Chaos Pit. So we're leaving the standards. So we are guaranteed African Clearing, Atacama, Graupel, Hillfort, Lombardia, and Nomad. Or, well, are we though? African Clearing, so Nomad start, comfortable for playing Viking. I like it, kind of, it's a vibey pick. I tell you what, I haven't prepped though. I want a new window because I don't actually have Twitch chat open. I don't have Twitch chat. I'm sorry, I can't see any of you. I'm expecting there to be thousands of you waiting eagerly. I'm also expecting the need to shut Kasabian up so we don't get completely nerfed on every message. But there we go. Holy moly. I'm expecting thousands of us on one computer. Okay, well, we've got Nomad, Africa, PlayingViking, really loving those Nomad starts. I'm loving that as a team selection. This is probably the only time that they can get away with this. Because if they show themselves to be really good on Nomad starts, you guarantee that's going to be like a perma ban for many teams. Lombardia and Graupel for Lismo, and then Hillfort as our leftover map. So, not a bad start for interesting selections. Happy to. I tell you what, I need to get rid of. Where is it? Video Ninja needs to go away. There we go. Wait, there's a Civ draft? I thought it was free pick, no repeats. But if there's a Civ draft, what do you know? There is a Civ draft. Admin bans galore, no Bohemians, no Franks. And I tell you what, I'll have to shift this over a touch. Hold on, we're almost there. Let me shift my Chrome over. And hold on. I want it to be as nice as possible for you. In fact, Pangea, you're coming over here. We're making space. Me. Come on, me. Get out of the way. You're in the way of the thing. Webcam. You know what? I'll go up here. I'll go up here. I'll chill out. I'll chill out here. I'll be joining in. There we go. I blend in with all of that. Just down a bit. Just down a bit. There we go. That looks better. Okay, what do we end up with our picks? Oh, also, I didn't say. Also, no Spanish, no Romans, no Aztecs, no Berbers, no Sicilians, Turks, Burgundians, or Bulgarians. Mongols and Magyars also banned, and Magyars and Khmer. So both teams not wanting to face up against Magyars. And the adjacent picks for Playing Viking and Lismo we shall have revealed to us eventually. Goths and Huns. Okay, Byzantines and Ethiopians second pick. Persians for Playing Viking. Playing Viking is just getting a DM selection. Are they sure they don't want to be playing Deathmatch though? Persians are a classic Nomad start. So are Huns though. Bear in mind, this is a best of 3, so maximum 5 games. So there's only 5 relevant civs. And then after that, the rest are just kind of spare. So Goths, Ethiopians, Japanese. So there's a lot of swords going on here so far. I'm seeing sword action from Team Lismo. Which obviously I'm happy with. Korean pick. Korean pick. Maybe we need some sweet royalty-free beats. There we go. There we go. Have some Age of Empires tunes for us. Oh, in fact, I'm a little bit quiet. Let's be less quiet. Let's be louder. Mayans and Tatars for Playing Viking. On top of that, where do we go next? Are we missing anything big? Lots of early aggression. Castle Age seems to be a leaning for both of these players. Saracens, a great deathmatch pick. I can probably lose my headset. It's only if Hypnos wanted to speak to me, and if Hypnos doesn't want to speak to me, then he's going to have to put a message in the chat and I'll see it there and say put your headset back on so I can speak to you. And maybe at the end of this set, if there's enough time before we cast the Rex, maybe we can ask the winners to hop in and let us know how they're feeling about the start of the tournament. But we'll see. Don't want to twist anybody's arms just yet. Chinese start for Lismo. Yeah. Oh, no, I tell a lie. Obviously, it's not only... We are going to need all of these civs, aren't we? Because it's a best of 5 and there's 2 players. So, is there enough civs here? So there's enough for 1, 2, 3. There's only enough for 4 games. But best of 3 can go 5. Is that... Am I right here? Have I... Is it... So... I don't think there's enough civs. I think each team needs 4 more. Right, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4. And a best of 3 could go 5 games, so we need at least 2 more civs. I mean, I've had a pint at the end of work, so I could be chilling in La La Land, but we might need the best of 5 draft instead of the best of 3 draft. because I feel like there's not enough civs. I probably should have looked at the civ draft before we had our first set played. I feel like that's something that I probably should have caught. What a muppet I am. But maybe I'm wrong. I probably need to read the handbook to just be sure. No, they chose the best of 3 draft, which this is the best of 3 draft, but I think our best of 3 draft is actually only for 1 player. not for... Because that would be 5 main civs for your best of 3, and then 3 backups if you wanted to like change pace. But as it stands, there are not enough civs. We are 2 civs short. While if I... Hold on. Handbook. If I do the best of 5 civ draft, that would be 1... Yeah, so 2... So 1 game, 2 games, 3 games, 4 games, 5 games, 6 games, 7 games. So maybe it'll work out, but if it doesn't work out, just know that my suggestion will be if they run out of civs, it will be free pick, no repeat, so they can pick any civ, any civ they like, as long as it's not been banned, and no repeats. So we could end up with a mirror. What do I know? That would, just so it can start. I think we might need to have a look at the. We might need to have a look at this. I want spectator dashboard. And we want playing Viking. And there we go. Oh, Thorn's British. Look at these players. Lismo 1042, Thorn 1042, Playing Viking 963, and Lordlevi 877. So as low-rated setup goes, this is pretty even. I'd say this is about as balanced as we could get it. Which, you know, happy to see. And it is absolutely my pleasure to stream some games, Belcros. For those of you who are completely fresh here, welcome to the Hermetica No Longer a Clan Kind of a Clan channel. My name is Tomsnuffles. I am a regular streamer. Normally I am streaming deathmatch or GB Discord content stuff. I have been streaming on Twitch for nearly 6 years. Specifically only small Age of Empires tournaments. Though, even though this is small, It's mighty. It's a mighty good tournament. The upper bracket, the Astral division, has some pretty cracking players in. It won't just be me. Though I'm not convinced that, Hypnos might correct me, I'm not convinced how many other streamers will stream actively on the Hermetica clan channel. I know Hypnos will if he streams and casts any sets, which I'm sure he will at some point. But so far I haven't seen many other people other than me and Hypnos stream on this channel. I'm unlikely to stream any of this tournament on my own channel, but if you are interested in watching the highest level deathmatch streams, do feel free to follow me on that link that Hypnos has he's just shoved it in the chat. He's just done that. So if you haven't followed me already, do give me a follow and come and have a watch. But if you are only here for Hermetica clan content, stay right here. This is where it's going to be at. And I hope to cover at least a couple sets a week as we go forward. At the moment, I'm quite busy. I work in theatre in the UK, so I run a small theatre as a technician, which is why everything that I'm wearing is black, so I can blend in with the background. And big streams, good beers. Well, I made sure I finished work and had a pint before I started, which is why my streams setup is not that you can see it because all of the logos are jacked. Oh, hold on. Oh, let's just get rid of just everything. We're supposed to be. Oh god, look at all of them. What is that? Full chaos. Is it every single part of my stream? Oh, hold on. Oh god, no, not the fireplace as well. There we go. That's what it's supposed to look like. It's duplicated everything. I want to keep my chair. I want to keep the background and lose all of you. There we go. Lose all of you. And you. That's how it's supposed to be. And webcam. Because we're supposed to be having a lovely time just chilling out in the pub. Just in the pub. And some of the logos of all of the tournaments that we've been casting. There we go. That's what it's supposed to be. It's just chilling out, relaxing in the pub. Oh, we do want an alert box though. GB Forest. We had the Tarnished Deathmatch logo. The last iterations of Carry Me or Die. Yeah, close enough, that'll do. Just so we've got something to hop back to in between. And they have started. Fantastic. In we go. A little bit of a, what's it called? Not a timing delay, but 2-minute spec delay. So they've managed to read the rules. Always happy when people manage to read the rules. Andalibs got some fans, it seems. Or at least Lordlevi. Lordlevi has minimal games. Thorn has minimal games. PlayingViking, pretty minimal games. Lismo Lots of team games from Lismo. So yeah. Lismo's even tried a single deathmatch. Empire Wars. Nobody else tried deathmatch? No deathmatch. Just one Empire Wars from Lismo. Well, fair play. So this is obviously the lowest bracket. The players here are sort of below 1200 really. I think most people in Astral are certainly under that 1300 marker. However, I'm saying in we will pop, but I timed it wrong. I thought we'd be bang on time, but it turns out that Thorn's PC is actually a full-blown potato. And in we pop. Welcome to game number 1 of Team Lismo. It's not a best of 5. It's not a best of 5. It's a best of 3. Versus PlayingViking's team. So we've got Lordlevi, and Lismo. Goths and Saracens facing up against Thorn and PlayingViking. Tatars and Portuguese against Goths and Saracens on Hillfort. Now, Hillfort's a funky map. You've got a moat around your starting base. It's a bit of an island. There's a little bit of hillage in the middle, plenty of stone. This is a map where I've seen kind of quite a bit of early like castle drop pressure. So this is a map where like Turks and that kind of thing have been played a lot. Portuguese probably doing exactly the same kind of thing. I'm expecting a bit of a fast castle out of the Portuguese into some kind of... Oh, God, I'm floating in midair. Let's fix that. I don't want to be floating in midair. Thank you very much. I want to be nicely placed there. Groovy. The current prize pool is at €361. How exciting. How exciting. That is a 33% of the prize pool will go to each division. And then within that division, I believe it's a 75-30 split between first and second. So you can win a whole like £15 just coming second, something like that, which is how exciting. Nice to be able to get a official prize pool under your belt, even if you're a lower rated player. So we have tried to come forward with our scout. PlayingViking managed to get the better of that engagement. A little bit of HP lost there on Lismo. Some sheep secured. And the hell are the... Mouflon? When did Mouflon become a thing? What the fuck is a Mouflon? It's just showing how often I've played RM or cast RM recently. A Mouflon. A funky ass goat. I don't have any water nearby. I'm a waterless man. Well, it'll have to be chocolate rum. I'm sorry. It's the only thing I've got nearby. So, think of that for me. Think of that. While the Mouflon can be pushed. Fantastic. It's nice to see people who... So, PlayingViking is sub 1,000 and is pushing in Herdable. I mean, he's not pushing it in particularly well, but like it's the thought that counts, and I think the attempt is fantastic. Pulled in a boar nice and smoothly. Pulled in both boars over here for Lismo. God, basically the lower rated players are insane. Back when I started streaming, and certainly when I was casting these slightly lower rated players, just somebody pulling in the boar correctly was like massive. I still can't do the hop into the TC, kill the boar trick. Like, it's not even a trick anymore. You can just do it. It doesn't even, like, ruin anything. Oh, God. Lordlevi certainly hasn't quite got the mastery of pulling in the hunt and making sure that we shift Q onto our sheep. So that's all of our sheep being rotting away all at the same time. A little unfortunate. I don't think anybody else is making that same kind of mistake. It looks like everybody else is queued up nicely, and we've got a there we go. This is more about what I expect. If you can't push it in, mill it. And we certainly have here for Thorn. And again, at this rating, milling your hunt, your hunt instead of trying to push it in if you don't have the actions to do that is a totally reasonable thing to do. I think it's better than forcing yourself to have a whole ton of idle time. And we can see that only 13 seconds of TC idle time out of Thorn, 28 for PlayingViking, 36 and 34 for Lismo and Levi. So the start is a little bit better for Thorn and PlayingViking, as Thorn is, as Tatars, on his way up first. Mining camp on the way down with 6 villagers. It's a non-standard build, as we've gone out and we're long distancing the hunt over here. Feudal Age on the way in for Lordlevi as well. So, well done, Lordlevi. Nobody's lost any eco, and nobody has killed anything yet. I don't think we have. Yeah, it's a killless game. Oh no, nope. There we go. Keep an eye on that eco, KD, and idle time for now. How's our res looking? Not bad. Thorn has had a decent setup. We've started to prep ourselves for a castle for the Goths, but not quite enough on food. I'm assuming that's because we mistimed our transition to farms, and we're still pulling in. And I guess there's no berries inside. That can be something that can throw people a little bit out of loop. Certainly at the lower ratings, if they're not used to having no berries. So this could be a thing, but farm transitions look good for most people. What's the plan, though? We did get a barracks. Maybe a little too much on wood. I love casting lower rated games, man. Magical. Okay, so archery range being prepped. We've got market, and probably I'm expecting blacksmith out of Lordlevi. Blacksmith on the way in for Lismo. Again, not quite queued up. Housed now for Lordlevi. Again, not necessarily the smoothest. I feel like the alert box isn't working. Is it? I'm feeling unalerted. Because it doesn't, you know, for me it doesn't feel like it's popping up on stream. But what do I know? What do I see? I'm not looking. It's definitely there, but maybe I've got the wrong alert box. Well, Scout come forward. Bloodlines on the way in for Thorn. He takes the worst of that engagement, but we have more scouts. We can definitely win this fight at the drop of a hat. Who's closest to clicking up, though? It's probably Lismo here. Plenty on gold, plenty on food. If we have a market already, so we can sell 100 gold. We are missing a second. Oh no, we're not even missing a second building. Barracks on the way down. So we should be with the tiniest smidge of market abuse. We could be on our way up. We are ready to go. There's 690 gold here for orange with no market. Portuguese could really do with a fast castle. Transition to stone would be really nice. I thought we were a little heavy onto gold. And only 1 archery range as well. We are set up for double archery range. 7 on gold here. With 8 on gold, you can do double archery range production. And right now, I guess we can sell most of our gold and we can also click up. The ecos are fine for most people, I would say. Again, idle time is high. Everybody coming up to that minute of TC idle time as it stands. Lismo ready to click up. And he does. Lismo first on the way to Castle Age as the Goths. I would like to see more barracks at some point soon. And maybe some upgrades. But it looks like we're going for Castle. So it will be Huskarl play. Now, even with Huskarls, it's very, very important to get your scale mail armor. That first armor upgrade, if you don't get it, crossbows with bodkin can still kill those Huskarls. But as soon as you start getting your 2 armor upgrades, it becomes a heavy hard counter. So don't neglect your upgrades just because you're going for Huskarls. Top tip from somebody who really does like a good swording. So, PlayingViking has gone for Wheelbarrow and is also pretty much ready to click up. And there we go, PlayingViking on the way to Castle Age with a little bit of market abuse of their own. Selling and buying, selling and buying. And what will the plan be? Nobody really making much in the way of military other than Thorn. And that was only some scouts just to I guess, patrol around. I have no idea what you're saying, Zari. I will say, top tip, comms in Hermetica clan chat do have to be in English, because otherwise we can't moderate. We can't tell if you're saying something horrifically racist or... so, yeah, please do keep the chatter to English. What would the person casting and streaming in English? That is sort of the vibe. Thanks THF. Really supporting me there. That's okay, dude. Just so you know, because otherwise I feel left out. You don't want to leave me out of the chatter. Got to remember, I'm British, and by being British, it means that the only thing that I can do is communicate in English, because I lack even the basic ability to have a second language, as all Brits do. As is good and proper. TC's on the way down for Lismo, going for that 2 TC option, no additional barracks. So we are just going for full spear defense. We've gone far out of our way to go for some additional wood choppers for PlayingViking, and it's a little bit unfortunate because we're probably not that far off being spotted. I want to see the Control Shift F1. There we go. Control Shift F3. So we don't see them. But the scouts do see the expansion over here. That's at least, or should at least, that should be 1 Deadville. But the defense has been okay. We pull back. We try and dive. That's 1 Deadville. 1 Deadville. Pretty passive. There's more vills over to make this not a 1 vill castle, which I appreciate, because I was going to struggle to come up with positives. 1 vill castles, not really a thing outside of deathmatch, so do avoid them. It takes a very long time to get that castle up. So castle on the way in for Lismo. Thorn, last one on the way up to Castle Age, but the eco is good. And we do have 2 stables down, ready for Tatar production of Cav Archers pretty much straight away. Now, question is, do we have something to deal with the Huskarls? Probably not yet. At the moment, we're making some archers and we're sending them forward, but the castle will finish and our Huskarl production is going to begin straight away. Town bell for 1 archer. Love that. It's a vibe. And we're paused. And we're paused by... Oh, it's a misclick. It's a pause misclick. We should be continuing immediately. Love that. Low ELO gameplay is a charming thing. 3rd TC on the way down for the Goths. I am not necessarily a lover of a 3rd TC with Goths. Mainly because right now you kind of want to be doing some pressure. Still no upgrades. Bodkin already in for these crossbows. And that's the thing, is that if we get up to a small mass of crossbows with Bodkin, like the damage isn't that bad. So it's 6 base pierce armor, right? Which negates everything that we're doing. But at the moment, we're still doing... Oh, and actually, no, it's fine. We're still doing only 1 damage. I thought we'd be doing 2, but if you get the first armor upgrade, it makes it completely useless. But there we go. Huskarls, I was wrong. I thought it was 2 damage, but clearly I'm wrong. Happy to be proven wrong. Clearly, it's irrelevant getting the armor upgrade. Because, yeah, we lost... With 4 crossbows shooting that 1 Huskarl, we lost 7 health to kill them all. And if we were going forward with our Huskarls, we would be wrecking the crap out of everything. We could be diving under TCs. We could be putting pressure. Yeah, but... Zari, which one is Andalib? Is it Lismo? Is Lismo Andalib? Or is right, Lismo and Lord, are they called Team Andalib? Is that their team name? Right, okay. Okay, let's lock this off. Andalib and a Varangians. Done. There we go. No more mistakes. This is what happens when I don't have to make my own titles. Well, the spears are in just the right place. They chase off the scouts. Light Cav upgrade is in, but we don't really achieve a huge amount. It's 111 vills to 119, so eco advantage in favour of Andalib right now, who is starting to mass up an army. Castle is down, and we can probably expect to start to have some of our piano cannons in play. But the first of the raiding is on the way in, and with the first armor upgrade, that's good. We'll be able to tank some fire. But we are just ignoring everything and just beelining across the map. Outposts picked off. Castle is finished now for Levi. Still plenty of pressure. Cav Archers being prepped. 3 TCs for pretty much everybody. This is a very boom heavy game. And I guess you can afford to do that when everybody's eco setups is actually pretty good. Though a lot of idle villagers inside the main base of playing Viking. Cav Archers move out. Nowhere's particularly vulnerable, right? Other than this. Okay, eat my words. That's pretty vulnerable. As the army is moving all the way around into the back. I swear to God, if we raid this TC, that's going to be absolutely bollocks. And he realises, Thorn realises how. We'll try and micro this down. Very unlikely to be able to micro that down. Light Cav. Got our second armor upgrade now, so we should be fine. The melee armor on Huskarls is not particularly good. So, you know, Light Cav actually do fine, and this will be a Huskarl clear up unless we decide to just take the fight. No, we just run. We just run. We were going for a forward castle, but we've cancelled it out. I think you just take that fight. Not necessarily against the Light Cav, though. This is a great fight for Team Varangians. Oh, Lismo thought they were doing so well, but the entire military in the damn hell. Only 4 Huskarls left. And we are moving forward to try and get a castle down. But this might be a bit of a doubt castle when there's this many crossbows nearby. We should be able to deny this no trouble at all, especially if we see it. Do we see it? F8. We see it. There are Huskarls. Oh, we're a little late. I think that goes up. I think we'll be a little late in the denial, and we are. Just the small amount of Huskarls keep us pushed back. Yeah, that's good. That's very good. Great move there for Lismo. Very, very vulnerable. Could have been punished, but maybe PlayingViking a little passive there. Imp on the way in for Lismo. Imp also on the way in for Lordlevi. It's caused the score to switch, but positionally, Eco is pretty even, but on the way to Imp. Are we even close? No. The amount of food, actually, with market abuse, we could be. We're not a million miles off with some market abuse. Nice pickoffs there. What are the Saracens going for? Are we just going for skirm? Ballistics on the way in for Thorn, which will be a big help to those Cav archers who are going to look around to see if they can get some damage done. Squires in for the Goths. Reaction and is good, so we are aware of where we're moving around. Quite a bit of vulnerable vills here, though. We should definitely lose something. And we do get at least one pick-off. However, are we still massing up? Do we even have Anarchy in yet? No, we don't. Anarchy would be a big upgrade. It would be good to get with this amount of barracks. And I guess with the eco that Lismo has going, we've got 78 vills. We could do with just over 100, but we've got 31 on food. We need more gold in the bank to have some constant production. And we are sending our Huskarls back to try and deal with this. Don't bother. Ignore it. Third castle on the way down. But not just yet. This is a good position for this castle. Just on the hill. It's going to be very, very hard to push. And it does mean that we are aware of that build-up of barracks. Imp on the way in for Thorn. 4th TC. 5th TC, in fact, on the way in for PlayingViking as the first Imp Age lands. Do we immediately go for Trebs? I would love an immediate Trebs. Do we have the res for immediate Trebs? No, we've not got enough gold. We've not got enough gold. We can't do anything. Why have we only got 6 on gold? That's a little yikes. That's a little yikes. We send our crossbows forward. So we lose quite a few of them into the castle fire. But we do deny a castle for a little bit. More vills heading over. And the first of the Trebs does pop out over on this side. We've got Trebs, we've got conscription. What are we making? We're making elite skirmisher. As the first Treb pops out and starts to put a little bit of pressure. Now, I think that the no, finish it off, please. Like, this is a little bit too exposed. It's a nice reaction to know that we can dive over. Huskarls chase back the army. We probably need something to be chilling by the Treb, though. If the Treb came out this side and was like here, the entire army could be grouped up together while pressuring, and that would probably be a good thing. But for now, with Imp in, If we get Elite Huskarl, this will change things a little bit. That additional melee armor will be really, really tidy. Gunpowder, pretty much a necessity. Having to wait until PlayingViking hits Imp. Over on this side, we are just fully leaning into Cav Archer. So I guess Skirm will be particularly powerful here. With Ballistics already. Chemistry on the way in. Perfusion's in for the Goths as well. And we are just trying to trickle battering rams over. And it's kind of working. The castle's going to go down. The awareness is not particularly great from Lismo. We're not really locking down that castle. Comes forth the Vils. Is that to repair? No, it's to build a second castle on the hill. But it's going to be very hard to build a castle on the hill when we're already being trebbed down. So major castle will die. Comes forth the Cav Archers. Diving in is the Huskarls. This is looking pretty good for Levi and Lismo. Andalib should deny this castle. Skirms unpressured. Cavalier on the way in, but it doesn't look like there's a sizable mass, and it's like we already have Mamelukes out that will do absolutely fine against the Cavalier. 215 Vils to 189 for the Varangians, so even though we're losing villagers, it's not too bad. We've gone forward to steal relics. What's our relic count at? No. Relic count. Two relics for Lordlevi. And that's it. And some raiding that we haven't even noticed. Just 3 kills on this Mameluke alone. And Huskarls could be battering their way into the eco of PlayingViking. And they begin. Chemistry on the way in. And we are waiting for it. Hand cannon, definitely a necessity. We just don't have the military units on the field. It's 120 to 26. And you can't really defend this. And considering the Goths are so good at destroying buildings, even if we wall this out with if it's not stone walls, the Goths will be getting through. It won't take long. It won't take long at all. Vils coming in to try and get some repairs. Watchtower doesn't really do anything, but I can understand the attempt at the play. So many skirmishers. Elite upgrade for the Huskarls is now in, and look at them, they just shred through. Looking so spicy now that when the elite upgrade comes in, they're all golden. Golden and handsome. That is 10 pierce armor for these boys. Additional bonus damage, 2 buildings of +6. So that I mean, we can still walk around. We could, like it is. I'm pretty sure it's still open. But we should still be able to out-repair this. Look at it go. No, not out-repair it. I mean, out-kill it. Show Orange Village. Here we are. Here is Orange's village. They are looking good. Cavalier coming in, which is pretty important. But I don't think they're in sizable enough numbers. They'll have a good fight if we keep taking the fight with low numbers. Second attack upgrade on the way in. But we've only got Bodkin. So the amount of damage that the Huskarls is receiving is pretty much negligible. Certainly from the TC and that watchtower. And now we can just focus on getting rid of buildings. We are prepping more forward barracks, more aggression. This is a lot of Cavaliers, though. Cavaliers should clear this. Really nice if that is the case. And elite organ guns on the way in. Still, we are grabbing some forward gold. No more siege workshops being prepped. And we clear the entire army there of the Huskarls. Prepping some pikemen. Halberdier upgrade in. So well done, Thorn. Thorn playing pretty good, actually. We're trying to go for some forward buildings, but it gets spotted. Not enough Halberdier out, and we are still making some Huskarls. But Thorn doing a little bit of a carry here. I will say, Thorn and PlayingViking have a way better Vil count. 124 and 111. Lordlevi has kind of completely chilled on production. Still under 100 villagers. Military is good though. And it would be really nice if they joined up together to take the fight, because Cavalier versus Camel Rider would be great, but still no upgrades on these Camel Riders. The fact that they're not heavy camel is very unfortunate, because it means that these Cavalier with full upgrades, they can take the fight. Like, it's not too bad. The melee armor is pretty much trash, and so yeah, fight on a hill. I think you'd be about as happy as you could be with this as fights go, and it's a complete clear up. Heavy camel only just on the way in now with the second armor upgrade. Yeah, so this worked out really nicely for Thorn. Thorn doing a great job, but as soon as Thorn moves away, the next wave of attacks comes in. The next wave of attacks comes in, and we are trying to prep. There are Vils here to try and break in as well. Get that forward, aggressive, get out of my game castle up. And we are destroying houses. So in we waltz. This army is big. Vils joining in. Though it's a little bit of a surround. In comes the next wave. The Vils should probably all die to the Cavalier, actually. So this castle should be denied. Yeah, it's a complete Vil massacre. Every villager is cleared up, and we are below 100 Vils for both of them. 146. Though I will say Orange has dropped below 100 as well. So how hard can Thorn carry? It's a bit of a... It's a tough one, right? It's a big tough one. Because Cavalier should just lose out to the Saracens, especially now that Heavy Camel is in. Like, this changes every single fight. Heavy Camel... With upgrades, like, we're completely happy. We can join in the fight. We still had some Vils left over, so yeah, this, unless we can snipe them, which I guess we can. We do have Arbalests, so we have got plenty of organ guns. So that castle is denied for now. So it's not necessarily done yet. It's not over, though the army count of blue is dire, and the Vil count is going to start plummeting. In fact, it's that army count that is the issue. With no military to play defense, the only person with military on their team right now is the Portuguese. Are we low on res? We are not low on that res. We're low on gold, but we are definitely not low on res. Is it production buildings that we are lacking? Not really. I mean, we can definitely make loads of Hussar. So that's at least something. Still people believing that Andalibs going to win this one. A note for the civs. You cannot repeat a played civ from the draft, but your teammate can repeat a civ that you have used previously. Ah, I see. Right. That makes Sansol, that answers all of the questions. Right. So, an individual player can repeat a civ. So, from the draft, that... Right, so they can play Persians twice, but you, as an individual player, you can only play Persians once. Got it. I am on board. Thank you. That is why we need a tournament host nearby. That makes more sense. So we can see Persians twice. We can see Tatars twice, but they would need to be swapped round. Gotcha. Love that. Love that. Well, it's a bit of a military clear-up. I will say Thorn and PlayingViking's military is starting to look better and better. This big old clump of units. It's not quite a death ball. They've got enough You don't got enough vills chilling out over here, making them on it. They're out praying. They're out praying. Well, the Huskarls are out raiding 130 military to 65. Pressure still on. And I will say, like swapping around, having the elite organ guns over on this side, elite organ guns will shred skirmishers. Or you can be pushed away. That's fine too, I guess. As Huskarls have decided that they're just gonna take down castles. They're just gonna take down castles. They're putting the pressure on, and they are not taking any names. Castles deleted. Eco defeated. PlayingViking realizes that they've sent all of their villagers over to the north in a slightly useless fashion. Defensive army, not in a particularly good spot, and we are hemmed in, trapped in the corner, and there is no response to this army on the left. As PlayingViking is going to lose more and more position. Thorn has lost about 40 villages as well. We were over 150 before, now just 113, just. As both Lordlevi and Lismo are like, yeah, no, 98 vills is fine, 69 military apiece. Like, carbon fucking copy of each other they were there. This is now going to be really, really hard to bounce back. The loss of TCs, the loss of pulling our eco back to just die to the Huskarls is also pretty unfortunate. Counterweight on the way in for Lordlevi. Get some counterweight trebs on the go, and that's going to be another 30 dead villagers. Oh god, it's a massacre. It's brutal. It's unfair. I can't believe this game has gone on coming up to the hour mark. That's kind of impressive. that's kind of impressive. Well, the army comes back. We are now down to 21 villagers for Orange. Still 120 for Thorn. So they are not eager to call it. But this game should be over. Yeah. It's feeling pretty rough for Orange right now. Feeling pretty rough. Still, we're trying to trade. Our eco is running. Is that an attempt at a quick wall? Well, can I show if Orange has Feitoria? I see no Feitoria at all for Orange. We've got one monastery, but we are Feitorialess. Still, we clear up the army. The one thing Orange has going for them is that right now there's nothing really on the field that deals with the big, massive elite organ guns. However, the thing is we can replace our units as the Goths. We can't replace our units as the Portuguese because we've lost everything. There is minimal there is minimal eco. We are still trying to produce villagers though from both TCs. They are chilling though. Siege would be good for the Goths here actually. Just get some organs, not organs, some onagers would be really nice. Lordlevi is playing them. But everything gets sniped. Camels are fighting against trash. It's a trash fight. How about trade? I mean, we've got markets prepped. And we've got market. We could be starting trade. And I guess we are indeed thinking about it. There are 6 trade carts queued. How exciting. Love to see that from people below 1100 starting some late game trade, knowing that gold starts to be more and more of an issue. You can see that the amount of gold villagers and gold income that people have is low. So trash is going to become more and more important to people as we go along. and by having a completely, I would say, relatively secure trade line ready to go, that should be great for Lismo. Second wave into the base. There's still loads of gold, which blue has been taking, but there is no answer to this army. The organ guns are going to come over, but did we just... Oh, did we just delete that ourselves? We must have done, right? I didn't even see him attack it. Oh no, it was the Trebs. It was the Trebs. Okay, okay. Okay, he wasn't self-deleting TCs. That's fine. Well, 31 Vils, 29 military. Though we path in poorly. We path in poorly and the military takes a bad engagement. Green gets a good hit. Lismo pop capped. Organs dead. 211 Vils to 144. 190 military to 95. Even if we're microing this back, we should lose everything with a little bit of a surround. And there is no way to replace this. Only one TC. Military in the damn hell. Everything dead now. We're in a position where the raids are now going to come into the back area. Tatars have gone into hand cannons. And we have a little bit of raiding over on to this north side, but I just don't think it achieves anything, and neither does PlayingViking and Thorn, as game number 1 goes in favour of Andalib. And it was a long one. 1 hour and 5 minute first game. Not bad. Not bad. Well done them. And I need a... Okay, well, so that is map numero uno going, I'll call that a loss, because that went to Lismo. So we should be going into the nomad style maps now for PlayingViking. The sort of home maps, we can definitely see a leaning, and we can kind of see that in the civs as well. So that's a loss with Portuguese. But Viking played that. Let's say, in fact, we'll make that 8. And that is a loss with Tatars. And that was blue. And that is a win with Goths. And they were green. And that was a win with Saracens. And they were yellow. Hands. 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 Yeah, thank you everybody for coming and hanging out. We do appreciate it. Every single donation towards the Hermetica channel will go towards the prize pool. Every donation towards me on my channel goes to me. Just to me. So if you're appreciating all that I am giving, do throw all of your money at me just completely selfishly. You can do that. Or you can give it to the prize pool. What do you mean, can the admin pick include ban maps? No, the admin pick is just the last map. So all of it, in fact, you know what? Can I... Hold on. Just so you can see how it works. before the next one starts. Viking. I mean, it might have started already. I don't think it has. So, the ban order goes first, right? So, I should have... Hold on. I just wanted to do each one. So, each one, admin is just banned, right? And then the players pick the 4 maps that they want, and then the leftover map. So we've had African Clearing, Amazon Tunnel. So we have Atacama and Hill Fort and yeah, we've got 2 maps left over. And so random from the remaining 2 maps, the admin picks from that. Yeah, that's how it goes. And it's Zayaka. Hey Zayaka, up my voice. I mean, I'm just saying my voice is in the yellow. Are you sure? Because it looks kind of loud to me. Like I could make it here, but then it's peeking into the red. I never like peeking into the red. Have you tried turning your volume up? Have you tried turning your volume up? That sounds pretty good to me. Are we 14ing? Playing Viking. I'm not seeing a lobby. Have they started? Well, let's just try it using the manual method. Maybe they've just disappeared from the importance. Let's go for a 1. And then we pop. In we pop indeed. Game numero Dux. En route. What? This isn't the game. This is the next set. I don't want that one. That's the next set. I don't want us to be spoiled already. Back to... There we go. We want African Clearing. Thank you very much. Here we go. Into Capture Age, we pop. Thorn and Playing Viking. Not a great spot. I think those in the know, in the comfort, I would say that putting your TC onto the shorefish is the correct play. What is not the correct play is yeeting your vills all the way across the map. And the other thing is that you do kind of want to be on the edge. So the placement for Thorn is absolutely perfect. The placement for Lismo over here is also pretty good. Vil has to come a pretty long way to get back to where she wants to be. The placement for Levi is not fantastic, but it's not the end of the world. Like, if it had been here, I would have been happier, because as it stands, we're not that close to any wood, and it is rough. As we are here, like, we're starting by playing Viking, taking wood, and we actually really want to be grabbing fish as early as we can. So I don't love it. I don't love it, THF. I don't love it. I think you can do a slightly better job by TCing the shorefish. Because the other thing that... So, certainly here, right? From this, we have the ability to wall off really nicely and lock in a whole chunk of res early on with TC position that sort of helps support that. If you do that here, you can still wall off, but had the TC been here, you can kind of ignore the front section for a little bit and just start by walling the sides, and you're still relatively safe from the front, and you can still lock off a portion of the map kind of comfortably. And I just don't think wood's that important for the start of the game on Nomad. I just don't. I could be wrong, but I remember watching a whole bunch of African clearing, and whenever I see somebody TC the sides, I always feel like I would much prefer that they do this. This TC position is just good. It's nice. It's groovy. We're still close because I think a lumber camp here, like Tatars, oh boy, if you're like, no, Cumans, you TC the little pond, you grab fish at the start, and then go to feudal as fast as you can and throw your second TC on the wood line. Perfect. Like, that's about as good as it can be. And I am surprised because Vietnamese and Huns are a great combo pick. But also, if it had been Vietnamese and Cumans, oh boy, that would be interesting. Instead, over on the other side, we have Japanese for Lordlevi and Koreans for Lismo. And I like Lismo's starting position. We've got our lumber camp down. We are grabbing our fish. Fish has a nice fast collection rate, and so it is definitely worthwhile having some vills on fish whenever you can. They are faster than hunt, as unbelievable as that might sound. So, yeah, it's probably better to grab the shorefish and then grab the hunt when you are out of the shorefish. So, that's just my feeling. I could be wrong. Again, I could be wrong. Sometimes I don't get things right. But I much prefer, like, especially when it's herd, like goats. Goats are definitely slower than just grabbing the shorefish. And you can pretty much abuse your way up using shorefish. 34 vills to 29. A lot of that down to idle time out of Lordlevi, because it took a very long time to get the TCs down. 18 vills a piece for Team Thorn, and 14 and 16 for Team Lismo. It's not Thorn's team. It's not Thorn's team, is it? Hold on. Players. It's Varangians. They've swapped sides, that's why. And Andalibs. There we go. Okay, well, we're back on it. Tanto, jump on it. Musashi, jump on it. Ooh. Well, nobody losing anything just yet. Just ignore the goats. Just ignore the goats. Get the rhino. Rhino's hunt has a much faster DK rate anyway. Okay, fine, whatever. It happens like that sometimes. It happens, and everybody's grabbing their herdables, except PlayingViking, who is grabbing the fish. Mining camp, I thought that was going to be more fish. I was going to be really, really happy. But so far, nobody really playing African clearing to its next degree. Like, the next degree is that you want to have as many people on fish as possible at all times. But we at least have we've got a solid idea of what we want to be doing, though. The feudal age on the way in for both Thorn and Viking. Over on the other side, we are close to clicking up, but not quite. We're just that couple of vills behind, which does have an impact on our up times. We should be 2/3, halfway. Let's say halfway up for both of the Varangians before Andalibs click up. But they were close, right? They were close. They you wanna click? I wanna be clicking up. I said half, and we are 2/3 now. And now we're almost all the way. And there we go. Okay, so I was wrong. 2/3 was the magic number. 2/3. Okay, well, barracks on the way down, so it looks like we maybe want to go for some kind of feudal pressure. We do know where both of them are. The Hunnic Horse is a quiet MVP. Like, look at how much additional scouting we've managed to get down. Obviously, we already knew where our opponent's TCs were because of the Vietnamese. Having that bonus, seeing where your opponent's TCs are, is very, very handy. And so we are going blacksmith. Blacksmith nothing. The classic strategy of barrack blacksmith. Archery range on the way down for the Vietnamese, but where's our stable? We're going market blacksmith. And we cancel it and we go a stable. Okay. Maybe we just didn't have the wood. Maybe we just didn't have the wood. We probably didn't have the wood. Wood count is pretty low, but we are actually... That should have been a market. Fuck it. That should have been a market. Sell the stone, go up. We could fast castle. We could fast castle knights as Huns. I don't want to... That's what I want to see. I don't want to see anything else. I want to see a Hunnic fast castle. An unintentional fast castle. Had we gone for market, we'd be on our way up already. We don't have enough... In fact, we could just drop off from this rhino and we're on our way up. Go, go, go. And we do. Groovy. Love that for them. Archery range on the way down. Over here, what are we doing? Are we also fast castling for PlayingViking? I don't think we are. It's a funky build. There's no direction at the moment for PlayingViking. We're just sort of building whatever. We've got vills on every res. We don't really have a balanced amount. I like that we've got 5 farms. Like, that means that we can do constant TC production, but we still have plenty of vills on herdables. We are moving out. We are grabbing fish. When you've got this amount of vills on food, you do really want to be pushing towards either a fast castle or some kind of like scout play or skirms or something. Vills going forward, and we are making some archers, which is nice. Okay, well, we are prepped with a watchtower for the Koreans, which I think that's fine as well. Like, this could be threatening. How are we doing for res? Oh, look, Levi could be clicking up as well. We can see just the power of being able to grab so much fish. We've taken 3 ponds worth of fish already. We have walled off nice and secure. Well, it was nice and secure. Maybe if we'd actually properly secured it. But we've done a little bit of funky security. They're fun. Okay, they're weird walls. They are weird walls. But here we go. Archers. Skirms already. They're ready for this. They are ready for this. Forward Siege Workshop on the way in for Thorn. I love that. If we can immediately do some mangonel pressure before the Japanese are in a really good spot, that would be lovely, especially because it looks like we are leaning into Skirmisher. Fletching on the way in. Fletching will be a little bit further behind for Andalibs. Thorn and Viking looking really good in game number 2. I am happy with it. The castle has done really nicely, and with looping in some knights as well, that will be a pretty powerful push. Sending a forward villager would be really nice. Like, I like sending the forward villager over here for playing Viking. But where did that Vil go? Did that Vil come home? No! Keep it forward, make more shit. It's more useful forward than pulling it all the way back. So the archers dive in to do some scouting. 3 archers. We're probably just going to throw them all away. Castle Age on the way in for Lismo as well. So I don't think we'll manage to have enough damage out. But we're going battering ram. Okay. We can go battering ram. That's fine, I guess. No Castle Age on the way in for playing Viking. Castle Age will be in for both Lismo and Lordlevi. How close are we? We are not close at all. This could be an issue. Levi and Lismo should be in a decent position here. I think with the res that they've got in the bank that they can get additional TCs down and castles, actually. They are both prepped for throwing defensive castles down. There we go. Second TC on the gold. Really nice position. Kind of going to help lock off this corner, and knights probably not going to do a huge amount. There's not a lot of siege coming forward. No additional mangonels. Vil did come forward to help make a stable, though. Yeah, battering ram should die, really. Like, there's enough spears here. Pikeman upgrade on the way in. They're just going to take that fight now. There's no upgrades, really, other than the first armor upgrade on these knights. So, if they abandon, we take the fight, but the archers are here. Okay, crossbow. Would be great, but instead it's just feudal archers. Castle is denied, and we do chase off a little bit of team play. Really nice out of Thorn, but still. We are driven away. We are driven back. That is a dead battering ram. Can we kill the pikes? Not before the battering ram goes down and the Vils... They don't even hop in the tower. Okay. That's unfortunate. So we lose a lot there. Probably unnecessary because they could have, again, just hopped into the tower. Castle Age on the way in. Playing Viking. A smidge behind. But the army count is good. Defensive castle will finish for Lordlevi. What's our plan? Are we still making skirmisher? We are. Still making skirms. Defensive castle also on the way in for Lismo. So it's 2 TCs for Levi. 1 TC for Lismo. Very exposed wood choppers. And we know it. And we pull them in. And we managed to lose like none. That's really nice timing on the pull away. We could have lost an awful lot. Lack of ballistics shows like all the Vils and Neo. Playing Vikings got to be like, wait, what the hell? Why can't I kill anything? Well, the value is perfect though, because the entire eco of green is idle. Like, the entire eco is idle. Lismo is sending Vils back out. It's a bit of a mess. There are knights still running about. So pressure is hold on. There we go. Pressure is definitely on. 71 Vils to 93. 2 TCs for blue. and it's going to be 3 TCs for orange. We are pinging. Crossbow on the way in, and this army will be threatening to crossbow when crossbow is in it. It's only regular skirms, not elite skirm upgrade. Oh dear. That's not a... like, crossbow kills that happily. Still, ballistics is definitely got to be something that we are prioritizing for orange. And I am not seeing a Vil making a university anywhere. And it would be nice. Ballistics will be a bit of a game changer for playing Viking. Instead, we are towering slowly, irritatingly, the whole map. We'll make our defense strong. Vil's hopping into the towers finally, being better placed. However, it is still 39 and 32 Vils to 49 and 57. So eco looking quite a lot better for Varangians, who definitely want to be playing... Nomad seems far more comfortable for them. This map is pretty open. I will say we've done an okay job of sort of securing our corner, but it does mean that we've given up an awful lot of map control. And if you give up this much map control, you best hope that you have a Vil lead, right? That you best hope that you are building back and making sure that you've got 2 or 3 TCs and constant Vil production and that you're not receiving too much damage. And that has not happened. Instead, we are getting Vils to build towers in vulnerable positions and we are losing more and more. It's over 100 villagers to 76 right now. 44 for yellow, 32 for green. Still, Lismo looks like we are trying to send some Vils out. And if we are building up some additional economy up here, that might be really nice. But instead, it looks like we are being a bit more passive with the placement. Siege Workshop on the way in. And it's more towers. Oh boy. It's more towers. Could you believe it? Chat paused due to... I don't want chat to be paused due to scroll. I want it to be in its happy place. Night numbers are starting to look pretty threatening. Second armor upgrade is in as well. And with some siege mixed in, it is probably the case that we do want rams. Certainly with the kind of army that's in play. Where's the crossbows coming out? Just stick with the knights. Stick with the knights, Viking. Stick with the knights. You are very important here to this combo, as the slow creep of towers is happening. Thorn is there saying, please come over. Please use this army. Please use it. We are making more rams. How far are we from Imp? Very, very. Though we've started to get a decent food count for Thorn. Mostly for that night production. 2 rams will start to put some pressure on. Tower will go down. There are not enough halbs to dissuade this, especially with the number of crossbows in play. And we decide to just make a dive for the TC, idling everything as we loop around. First of the towers is gone. Crossbows need to stay with the rams. Because if the knights go down, that would be irritating. They're kind of expensive. There we go. Just pick them off. Pick them off. 3rd ram on the way in. I didn't say that was bad. No, the TCing the wood line is kind of bad. I think it did delay some of our click up time. Playing Viking was way later clicking up because we weren't invested so much in food. So I still think that this could be even more threatening for their team if instead of TCing the wood line, we TC'd the fish. So no. Still probably need a few more rams if we want to start putting some pressure on the castle, but there are no military units out for yellow at all. They are in the damn hell, as men would say. Food can low. We've got loads of gold, but do we even have a market to help us abuse No, we don't. Third TC on the way down for green, but it's not TCs that we need here. It's military. It's military, but there are none, and they know it as they call the GG, as this will definitely go to a third game. This definitely goes to a third game. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Home maps abound. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. No, we're not starting. Fantastic. Let me leave the map. I don't want you. I want to... So that was a Huns win. And a Vietnamese win. And that was a Korean loss and a Japanese loss. So there. That's what's happened. And I don't need the preset. I do want you though. So that was a African clearing win. So we should be going to one of the home maps of Lismo. Did they go Graupel? Because Graupel's a nomad start as well, isn't it? That's a lot of nomad. It's nomad, nomad, nomad. Do we think that that Sansol happens to really enjoy nomad for some reason? Is that what we're finding out today? That Sansol loves a nomad. Confirmed. Because I don't know, if we do go to Graupel, what do we got? I mean, I guess we've got Chinese, Celts. I still think, like, we've still got, like, Persians and Lithuanians, which would be a pretty decent combo there. I still think playing Vikings Civ selection is maybe a little bit more varied. Incas could still be good, I guess. But we are not. It's confirmed Lombardia. Confirmed Lombardia. And now we just need to wait for them to start. Oh, dearie me. And there's another set after this. There is another set immediately after this. I thought they were... I thought they were starting their set beforehand, but it looks like they were delayed. It very much looks like they were delayed, because I thought they were playing their first set at, like, earlier. At, like, earlier. Oh, no, this is right. Yeah, no, they were right, because they were supposed to start 30 minutes after. I just went in the wrong order. I should have started by casting the GDR set and then cast the PlayingViking set, but it's fine. It'll all work out in the end. That way it would have been smooth. We're all learning here. Again, this is 6 years of streaming. Yeah, but that's fine. What I should have done is just delayed the stream, done the set that was 30 minutes later, and that way that set should finish and the Rex should already be up from the first set, so then I could just immediately dive into the Rex of that. As it stands, I'm probably going to have to wait for the Rex of the other set before I can start casting it, which might take longer. Unless I go and start hunting for the Rex on like one of the Rex grabbing websites. Basically, just poor planning on my part. Poor planning on my part. But I'll learn. I'll learn one day. They definitely went for a long game. We are hitting game number 3, and I'm not seeing any more like game commands. But we won't have to wait too long. They are in the game. Lombardia, Celts, Ethiopians, Mayans, and Persians. Ooh-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Very exciting. How are we doing for time? We're doing fine for time. Good, good, good. Persians will win if they use elephants. No, Persians will win if they use long swords, mate. I don't know what you're on about. It's all about the sword action round here. Thank you very much. And you should know that. Well, game number 3. The distance has been made in our first set of the tournament. We have Lombardia, we have Andalibs, which is Lismo, and Lordlevi playing as the Ethiopians and the Celts, facing up against Thorn and PlayingViking as the Varangians, as the Mayans and the Persians. Mayans, not a traditional Lombardia civ, but then again, I guess neither is Celts and Ethiopians. Lombardia, normally the kind of map that I imagine, because like it's like Arabia, but you're even further away, right? You're further away and super close to each other. So either you're talking about scout pressure in feudal age, or like castle age knights or cav archers. So cav archer civs, knight civs are like pretty big. It's tough to do castle drops because you are so far away. It just takes that little bit of extra time so people can normally defend. Score's correct. It's not a round robin though. Well, I guess it is a round robin. It is a round robin. It's correct. And it's one game apiece. We are even into our final game. Nobody started stomping, which is a good shout. Now, as civs go, if the Celts and Ethiopians can get to a late Castle Age or Imp Death Ball, they could be really, really threatening. But for timings, I think I prefer Mayans and Persians. I think the Mayan productions of archers, like we can just start massing up archers in feudal age. I think we are unlikely to receive a huge amount of pressure in feudal age, so that's like a free build. And Viking and Thorn can probably just do pretty much what they did in the last game here, which should be really nice for them. And I don't know if there's much of a response to that, in all honesty. We shall see. We obviously wish the best for Andalibs, and so do the many, many fans that they have in chat. But just on civs, I'm leaning a little bit Varangians. I'm sorry. I'm just feeling that way. I'm happy to be proven wrong, though. I'm happy to be proven wrong. Lombardy is it's a funky map. Again, the distance does mean that it often is a map that just sort of goes Castle Age. We can see kind of why with Thorn right here immediately starting those early wall-offs, and it's some decent wall-offs. So you tend to, on Lombardy, if you played this back when it was on the ladder, I don't know when the last time that it was, team walls were the thing. So you wall up your half, you wall towards your opponent's base a little bit, and then your opponent, your ally takes over and walls up the rest. And we can see that there is a little bit of team practice going on here. But I will say, it's tough when it ends up like this, because we don't even know, right? Like, I guess we see this wood line over here, but that's such a long wall to make. I don't think that you want to do this kind of wall, because not only are diagonal walls worse. Ooh, stole one cow, stole the second cow. I mean, nice try. But yeah, the diagonal walls would suck if we ended up having to, and we do. I do not love, and then like a house over here. It means that our primary gold is still exposed. I guess we could take the gold over there. Ooh. Ooh, some nice nuisance play. Good damage. I love that. Feudal Age on the way in for Thorn before everybody else. And Thorn knows, wait, I'm just going to chill. I'm not going to be able to chase him down. This is fine. Pulling in our boar. Anybody else close to clicking up? No, not really. Just Thorn who's cooking. 21 vills. Everybody else going for, I guess, something a little bit more castle. Obviously, Persians have faster, like a more effective TC, like faster producing TC. So that's handy. Will we remember to... We do remember to re-wall. That's nice. And we will continue and finish off these walls over here now that we've grabbed our boar. Thorn still going and getting some scouting done. Lordlevi still being a nuisance. Where are you going, Vil? It's a house. Is there a gap there? We've got loom. And we send every villager over. Oh, dear. Barracks. Oh, we don't... So we can't immediately stable either. So our earlier click up is worth nothing. And our wall up has not been finished. So stable will finish. Like, that's what I'm assuming, right? We've got to be going stable here. No, we go house. Okay. I guess that's fine too. I think with that kind of timing, normally some kind of feudal pressure is required, which does mean that the Celts are going to have a much nicer time on their click up. 24 vills, we are housed, but we are on our way to feudal age, so it's not the end of the world. Not even close. No vills heading over to finish those walls, and the scout is still being a nuisance. Barracks on the way down for PlayingViking. What is the plan? Just seems like a wall up and slow castle age. PlayingViking's eco looks way, way better for the click up, but no movement over to gold yet, so we can't just like market blacksmith click, which, you know, a little unfortunate. Barracks on the way down for Lismo. Barracks finished for Levi. These guys are playing super open though. Levi and Lismo looked pretty good in game number 1. But they are feeling a little bit more vulnerable in game number 3, which certainly when you play this open, you've got to be making sure that you're putting a lot of pressure on your opponent, because if they are able to just send vills over, not vills, military over to your base completely unimpeded, that can be really quite painful. Okay. Ball grabbed. But what's the plan? Are we just genuinely going to try and... we've got to be trying to fast castle this. So, but where's our buildings? Where's our buildings? No blacksmith, no market. Market on the way down for Levi. But we've only just realised that we need those buildings right now. So, okay, we're sending vills over. 1 vill on the blacksmith. Do we not want to do the markets right there? Okay, well, whatever. The walls are up. We are looking pretty comfortable over on the other side. I do feel like we will be actually, no. We will definitely be later clicking up because our transition to gold was very late. But we're safe, so it's fine to be a little bit later on that click up. Oh, God. Lismo has 19 on one small wood line plus lumber camp is a vibe, but we are on our way to Castle Age. So please, for the love of God, get some buildings down. What's the plan? We've only got 2 on gold. So what's the build? What are we aiming for? Are we just naked booming? We're not moving over to castle, so we're throwing more farms down. So what is the plan? We don't have horse collar for either one of Levi or Lismo, actually. Again, vulnerable. Stable being prepped. 37 vills and 34. Eco looking good. Another lumber camp, mining camp on the way down. Getting our armor upgrades. But we are ready to click. We're just missing a second building, which is the stable. So villagers should finish. Then we should be on our way up. There we go. On our way up for Thorn. We shouldn't be too far behind for playing Viking. However, Lordlevi just a smidge behind, but it's practically neck and neck. Okay, everybody on the way to Castle Age, but way, way earlier for Lismo. But what's Lismo's plan? What's Lismo's plan? We have no additional buildings down. We've not moved on to stone. Lismo, in fact, he says that as Lismo moves over to stone, literally as I do it. So I'm assuming we've got to be going for TCs, right? Ooh, nice pick. Nice pick. That's a dead vill. Really good there from Thorn. Seeing a vulnerable moment. It says they're open. They're open. Do we just huck knights forward? Bloodline's on the way, and so we're not... Oh, of course, we're not even in castle yet. But we are spotting some exposed vills, and it's still 1 feudal scout. We made 1 stone. I was like, why do we have less stone? That would be why. We are stone walling. No, it's not. What is that, TC? Ooh. Yeah, we're just going to glaze over that. Again, under 1100. These players are still finding their feet. Lismo is 1027. This not a particularly advisable TC. You kind of want your TC to be near something. So like TCing your gold and stone. That's a really lovely TC spot over here. Maybe over on the left hand side to kind of secure a bit of wood line and a bit of extra area. Harder to push. Just straight slap bang in the middle is a vibe. Okay, well, Castle Age is in for everybody. There you go. It's it's a passable TC spot. We are clearly going to try and mine some stone, get a castle up as soon as we can, and knights come forth. It takes so long to get over, though. Definitely a map where forward military production is advisable. And Thorn and PlayingViking doing a bit of the same as they did in game number 2, in coming with some aggression. Crossbow on the way in. They will tear through palisade walls like it doesn't even count. Elite Skirm is already in, though. Crossbow finishes. Is there any upgrades on those Elite Skirms? They have fletching, but they don't have numbers. So, we are vulnerable. We are still exposed at the back, and we know about it. Knights are running around. They are vibing over here. It is a vibe. Forward siege workshop, going to be prepped. Villager will come over after finishing the house, I expect. And we're going to throw away our crossbows. That is enough skirms to keep this army in check. As the knights dive in, they immediately hit the wood line. It's exposed. That's a lot of dead vills. It's a little bit of a mini massacre. 73 to 90 vills there. 1 TC Gaming apiece versus the 2 TC Gamings. But again, this isn't a fight that we really want to be taking. But I guess we're just trying to let that siege workshop... Oh, please don't lose your entire crossbow army for nothing. Siege workshop mangonel would be great, and we are keeping the entire eco of green a little bit in dire straits. It's a little bit in dire straits, and we just keep going around seeing if we can find some damage. A couple more Vil pickoffs. However, we're taking an engagement against pikes that we don't really want to do, and that's some dead knights. That's some dead knights, but I guess if we can pick off the skirmishers, then that's free range onto the crossbows. Yes, this is team play. This is communication. They are in a Discord chat, that's for sure. Just the knights picking off the skirmishes is fantastic, because without the pikes to join in, the knights have completely free reign over the military. We went for a defensive mangonel of our own, but the knights could spot it and pick it off. The attack ground did happen, but with that mangonel being dead, that's a lot of pressure that we can start putting in. And it doesn't matter if the pikes come over, if the crossbows are there. Only 5 Vils hopping into the TC. Oh. We were vibing, but we did lose our knights. We've got a second wave on the way. First of those mangonels on the way out. Are we making more? No more mangonels on the way out right now for Lordlevi, as they are feeling the pressure. 68 Vils to 105. Military also kind of in the damn hell. Both of them only making trash. This, again, it's kind of what I was saying. When you play so open, you have to be going aggressive. If you go for a passive build, when you have no walls up, you're very, very likely to die. So Thorn and Viking, as soon as they were playing on maps that they were maybe more familiar with, maybe they had more of an idea about what they were doing, have looked really, really good. I think people will probably feel a little bit nervy about playing against them on nomad-y style maps, but maybe other people will have their own idea about it. And it's like, what are the pikes able to do? Crossbows are there. That TC is pretty much donezo. Forward TC on the way in for PlayingViking. And they're like, keep an eye on your military, don't lose it. As we are having to pull some Vils away. We are trying to finish stone walls, but we are denied by Thorn already having a scout there. And that's the entire eco idle. We're coming up to nearly, it's 2 Vils to 1 at the moment. We're at nearly 50% Vil. Can we get a massive mangonel shot? No, we even go into split form, not split formation, in spread formation. Woohoo! Andalibs are a little bit cooked here. It doesn't matter if they have enough support. They know that they can't do it, as Lordlevi calls the GG, and the reverse sweep does come in as the Varangians take game number 3 pretty comfortably in 28 minutes and 39 seconds. So GG for Varangians. Nice. Nice. Well, thank you very much, Andalibs and Varangians. That was a great first set for us to have. How far have we got with our other set? Do I want to talk to the players? Yeah. Yeah, that'd be lovely. Why not? We've probably got a little bit of time. And I'll hop into Team 2 and say hello. Why not? Hold on. Let me put my headset on so I can hear them and make it so Discord comes out. Discord comes out of both. There we go. Probably. I hope I've done that right. We'll see.
Match 6.
They left. they left. they immediately bounced. They were scared. Clearly, they didn't want to speak to me. But that's fine. That's fine. We'll live.
Yo, man.
Hey, Thorn.
Dude, did you just join the chat that we just left?
Yeah, I did just join the chat that you just left.
My fault. Nah, my fault. Because he pinged me. He was like, "Oh yeah, you can join in. Like, we'll just have a quick chat." Yeah, cool. So I joined him, and then I seen what was going on. Yeah, man. So,
I thought it would be easier if I just hopped in with you. Well, congratulations, you guys taking your first set. Did you feel nervous after game 1 did not go your way?
yeah. We kind of thought that, based on what the research we had done on them, that they wouldn't be good with aggression, dealing with aggression.
Yeah.
And I thought off the first game, we sat down, we was like, 100% we have to be the aggressors. So
Yeah.
I think both games we won just based off pressure.
I agree.
Nah, definitely. Nervous after the first game.
So you guys have managed to put a little bit of practice in then.
100%. 100%.
Okay, go.
Viking here, he got a whole Excel sheet. He was doing maths, different build orders. Yeah, man.
So have you guys played together before, or is this your first time as a tournament duo?
No, we played before. Played a lot before.
Yeah, it's the first time in a tournament.
Oh, in a tournament. Oh,
Yeah, okay. The first tournament showing. That's pretty good, and you're very respectable. Because as soon as you guys came into Nomad, you were sort of in your own element from there. The aggression, your timings were pretty good, your builds were pretty solid, and then Lombardia seemed like you also completely knew what you were doing.
Yeah. Based on their civ picks, we thought they would be aggressive, so that's why we walled.
Yeah.
But we felt we would, if they were aggressive, that we would be able to take over pretty quickly because of the civ matchups.
Yeah.
And yeah, for the rest, yeah, it's basically Arabia, I feel like. So.
Like a long Arabia. An Arabia where you gotta run across the whole map.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I loved how the map selection went. It's so very different because with you guys both picking Nomad and African Clearing, and we also had Graupol over on the other side, Lismo and Levi. You guys also got a little bit of Nomad hidden away in your spirits, right?
Not really. When you see our maps that we usually play, we play closed maps. I think that the other guys, they did really good homework on us. So they banned all the closed maps. GG's to them. We had hill forts by luck, admin choice. That was our strong points, but yeah, GG's to them.
I also think Graupol is the best, is one of the more closed maps in the game if you can hold water.
Yeah, for sure. Like it ends up like a really weird Oasis-esque kind of thing where there's not a huge amount of directions that you can attack from. Yeah, I agree. So good selection,
So I think
Lismo.
it would-
Actually,
Yeah, I
Gropal
think-
was going to be our choice, but you were hesitating about the pick we made. We almost had no saves in water, so it would like to be too risky to go there. But like Lombardia, the third match was kind of a mirror of a second match. It was just being cloned, same build order, I guess, for the guys, and same mistakes for us, obviously.
it was
But
yeah, it was kind of close. Yeah, yeah. The build order. Yeah.
in a moment where he's hesitated, like if we rush, we saw like you walled, then like it was like either you're booming or we just should prepare for the same scenario. So it was the second
Yeah.
option, obviously.
Yeah.
But GG's.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
You guys too. Like the first map, you wiped us. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
Like,
It was pretty fun. Actually, we didn't play much Hillfort. We played like just some unranked, which was really a long time ago. But it was pretty
Yeah.
fun game.
Yeah, yeah. It was. I bet it was fun for you. Like I was stressing the whole time.
Yeah,
I
it's
was like,
true.
why are my archers not doing damage? What?
Yeah. Literally halfway through the first game, playing Viking, he was like, Haskell, do they counter archers? I'm like, dude. Yes. But yeah. No, it was fun.
It was great. You guys broke the seal. You were the first set of the tournament, which is always a pretty exciting thing to do. And obviously, we're going to very much look forward to seeing more of your sets in the future. If this is is this the first tournament some of you have played?
Yes.
On AoE, yeah.
Yeah.
Same here.
Same for me
Well,
as well.
congratulations on playing your first tournament as well. In AoE. Clearly, some of you are StarCraft pros.
I was gold league in StarCraft too. I think.
Yeah, I was too young for StarCraft, so that's the difference.
I was never cool enough for StarCraft.
This is the cooler game anyway, man. Let's be honest.
I'd say that's what I think, but I mean, I used to play Age of Empires by just playing single player in the first 3 campaign tutorial missions and just chopping every single piece of wood on the map because I was a sad, lonely child.
Everyone's got that. That's the thing about Age of Empires. Everybody's got a way that when you were younger, you enjoyed that game and you
Yeah.
did the most random things. It's really interesting to see.
I completely agree, and it's why I still love casting and being involved in the tournaments to this day. Speaking of casting, though, it's great to have cast you guys so far, but I have another set that I'm going to do. So I'm going to love you and leave you and look forward to casting more of your sets in the future. Thank you for hopping and having a chat. It was good to meet you all.
Of course, man.
All the
Take
best.
Great, Tom.
So much. Take care.
You're
Pleasure.
right.
Righty. We've left them. I'm sorry if anybody in chat had any more questions that you guys wanted to ask, but I want to start looking to see if I can find the other games, because I would very much like to find to make a start on them. Hypnos has grabbed